Morning, Monday, December 1. Man, we did it. It flew by. I hope everybody had an amazing Thanksgiving weekend. I know I did. We had family come in and Baton Rouge, New Orleans crowd. And we spent Wednesday in Rosemary. I was a little nervous about it because of all the people in town, but we did it and had an amazing time. Weather was great. They do an amazing job dressing that place up. Felt great. A little bit lazy the rest of the time, but I know you're here to listen to business, and I want to get to that because the phones did start ringing. You know, we judge it based on Casey's phone, and the phones did start ringing on Friday. But I got to tell you, out of the gate, it was not as busy as I thought it might be. Couple of factors for that, and it's not always crazy because people are here with a main focus, right? Like they come into town, they're happy they're staying here. They fall in love with the area because they have such a good time. That doesn't mean they're going to get out and shop and buy stuff on the weekend, okay? Typically means they fall in love with it again, and then the phone starts ringing after they leave. And it's Monday morning, I'm already getting that. But only had a few showings over the weekend. So we'll get to that more in a minute. Then I've got an amazing house that I'm going to go over to with you that's going to set the record on the Emerald Coast. And I want to show you what that looks like. So hang with me because I want to share that property with you, why it's so special, and why so many people have been waiting on it for so long. But let's dive into the numbers. Again, I hope everybody had an amazing and tremendous Thanksgiving. We certainly did. And love doing it here at the beach. It was pretty spectacular. So new listings, listen, 29 new listings. This is what I was hoping for all fall. And I'm not surprised because the end of last week, if you were coming onto the market, you were on the market. You know, I've still got a couple that are going to come on before the end of the year. But I'm not surprised by this number. And honestly, throughout the end of the year, I would like to see it settling into this range. Here's another one. Pending properties 14. So listen, 14 to 29, 14 kind of breaks that momentum that we had on being in the 20s, right? We've been there so consistently throughout the year. But listen, I'm not judging that. You know, we go in 3-week increments. I guarantee you we're going to be right back up there. But you got to understand, most everybody just completely shut down last week. I love the title company I work with. I know they were working up until like 2 o'clock on Wednesday. Banks, there's a lot of things in play that just kind of put the brakes on starting last Monday and Tuesday. And let's be real, in large part, some of that was agents too, right? So writing up 14 deals on a 29, that ratio doesn't scare me on Thanksgiving week, no concern. Closed properties, 11, that's probably even more impressive. That's closing properties on the week of Thanksgiving. I never put closing dates on the week of Thanksgiving. I mean, it's hard. Everybody's gone. Everybody's checked out, right? So that's amazing that we got 11 closings. So listen, price changes 38. So I actually thought that would be more. I thought going into Thanksgiving, some people might try to hit that hot sheet with a few extra numbers just so they could see what would happen. Didn't happen, okay? 38. So listen, as a whole, let me talk to you about this and just go big screen while I'm bringing up this other property for you. So as a whole, nothing shocking there to me. But I'll be honest with you, just complete transparency. It was probably the least active weekend after Thanksgiving that I've had in some time. And I don't know what to relate that to, honestly. I think it's been a long year for a lot of people. Honestly, the weather was good. Everybody was having fun. Honestly, I think just spending that time and maybe not run around looking at houses, maybe what people want to be doing on Thanksgiving is just kind of hanging out. But I'm telling you what happens is this is the perfect weekend. And I heard a lot of these comments. Forgive me for looking down. I'm pulling up this property for you. This is the time of year where everybody falls back in love with it. Also, this is the time of year, like I'm helping people right now do major projects. I'm lining them up with contractors. Like a lot of stuff is going on in there right now, okay? This is an Alys Beach home that I want to bring up. And listen, it is listed at $30 million, okay? And I want to walk you through this thing and show you why it's so special and why we kind of been waiting on this one, all right? Can y'all see that? Here we go. All right, 31.5, all right? Here's what we're looking at here. Okay, 5,200 square feet. We're basically listing this thing at $6,000 a foot. Let's just call it that. $6,000 a foot. Okay, let me go to the photos, show you what that's going to look like. Go full screen. Boom. Opening shot. They did a really good job with this, right? They freeze it out. I love that pane window look. A lot of people do the full clear glass. This came out pretty fantastic. Very beautiful. Listen, this pool right on the deck, like it's on the rooftop, right? So they've got it supported with steel and concrete, like it's Alys Beach construction. So this isn't one that's going to like fall in, right? It's well done, but I love the design. You kind of see that little, let me show you this. It's kind of almost a shark fin. Can you see that in the bottom of the pool? I went and previewed this house, fell in love with that. Looks amazing up there. This is what the kitchen looks like. Beautiful see-through wine area right there as well. Make sure this is showing up on your screen. Yeah. But I guess what I want to paint the picture on is like, okay, Casey, $30.8 million. There's another one out there on the market in Paradise by the Sea that's in the 40s. It's off market that I'm aware of. It's got 3 lots with it. But I think this one's going to set the record. Our record in our area right now is around 28 million for a single family home on the Gulf. I do think that this house is going to land the 30 million that it's asking for. And I know a lot of you are going to see, a lot of you that watch the channel for a long time, you guys know Alys and you know what's going on with it. And you know why it commands the premium that it does. If you're not familiar with Alys, just keep in mind, this is some of the best construction quality that you can find. This isn't where you're looking at a house and go, man, that's crazy. It's just like a 2x6. Like, this is as good of a construction quality, well-built home as you're going to find anywhere on the coast. Okay. If a storm's coming, this is where you want to be. That's the way these things are built. And then you take into it all the different materials they use and the fact that it's Alys Beach, and that's how you come to that. Also, keep in mind, the most recent lot sale on the Gulf front in Alys Beach was $15 million, okay? So I don't think it took $15 million to build this house, but with demand and very few Gulf front lots, that's what you get. So here's a little splash pool off the bottom as well. There's another view of that Gulf front. Just a tremendous home. So let me close this back out and give you those figures again. So 5 bedrooms, 5 full baths, 3 half baths, 5,200 square feet, listed at just under $6,000 a foot at 30.8. Okay. Waterfront footage, 53 feet on the Gulf front. All right. 53 feet on the Gulf front. So listen, we live in a very unique area. And if you're just joining us, this 30A Destin area this playground that we've become down here. The good news is we've got something for everybody, right? Like, that's the good news. But right around the corner from you is something tremendous like this that I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. Like, I'm looking at the camera and I'll put my reputation on it. This house will sell for, if not 30, right at $30 million. It will fetch that number just because that's what they do down there. And so that's why I'm bringing it to you today, is just announcing that the new record holder for the Emerald Coast is, you just saw it. And I'll let you know when it closes. But I like that stuff. It's just a good reminder of our area and kind of what we've grown to. But the other reason I love my area is, if you're watching this, no matter what price point, you guys know I represent them. At whatever price point, we can find something for you that works. Whether it's a boating, vacant land, whatever it is you're looking for, we got you. But on the other side and just down the street is also incredibly special properties like that. So wanted to start off December with, look, you can tell the Joiner house, I'll show you about, like, I got the fire going. We're in full speed here. Joiners love Christmas. I'm going to be bringing you this view all month because we get really excited. We got a lot of good content coming your way. If you didn't see, we put out like 4 videos last week. All right. Got a new interview, I think, going up on Tuesday, maybe. Have to check and see when that's coming out. More of that coming your way. But I appreciate all you. I'm super thankful for everybody that watches this channel. Super thankful for everybody that I've been working with from this channel. And lots more to bring you in the new year. Hang tight. Look forward to meeting all of you. And as I always say, text me if you need anything. Talk to you soon.